So here's the background on how we came to get the MG ZR and how we've got it to where it is today. I kept driving past it on a driveway in the village where I live, and kept seeing it just kind of tucked away but not moving, and spoke to a friend of mine who lives in the village, and he happened to know the owner, and he put us together, and I popped round to have a quick look at the car and see if we could buy it off him and do something with it. It had been stood for a while, so a little bit green in places, but had seats and harnesses fitted, although they are out of date. A half roll cage, interior stripped out. One of the door cards is sitting in the back there, as you can see. But one of the best things that we found was the fact that the turrets had been adapted and fully adjustable suspension had been fitted, although the worst news was the engine was in bits because the head gasket had gone. That said, it didn't stop us, so we made a bit of a deal and picked it up and brought it home. And that was when the project started. First job was to give it a good clean up inside and out, and then have a good look over it so we could see where we needed to get started. Although we're making this video in 2024, we actually bought the car in 2021, and at that point MG ZRs were going very cheaply indeed. So the quickest solution with regards to sorting out the engine was to buy another car, exactly the same colour, which was handy for spare panels, bonnet, boot, wings, doors, etc. and bumpers. This one had had the head gasket done on it, but it needed a load of welding and for MOT, and it wasn't worth doing for that. So we picked that one up for £200, swapped out the engine, then weighed it in for £150, so effectively it cost us some time and 50 quid to swap the engine. And then we were off and running. Out came the half cage that was used for track days, stuck that on eBay, managed to come across a used full cage bolt-in, so needed to weld in some mounts and things and then get that fitted. So that was the next phase of the project. And once all the bases were in for that and the cage was in, we decided to repaint the interior of the boot and of the footwells and things, just because we'd welded loads of mounts in there and everything like that, so it was just nice to tidy everything up. The next item we picked up was an aluminium sump guard so that we could go rallying. Nice heavy duty protective sheet, came with all the mountings and things, so just a little bit of work involved to get that on there. And at the same time we fitted a Kevlar petrol tank guard under the rear. We picked up a second-hand set of Perspex windows for a bargain price, so those are fitted as well. We altered the adjustable suspension to get the ride height up so it's more suitable for rallying and not stuck right to the floor for track days. And then a lamp pod arrived. What I mean is, some moulded fiberglass arrived with holes for lamps and a little bit of work needed to make it fit. Once we got some mounts into the bonnet, we got some paint on it, and then the most important bit, fitting half a decal to make sure that it matched up with the logo on the bonnet. It's touches like that that really count. Oh yeah, and then we put 4 massive lamps in there with some upgraded bulbs for extra brightness, and hey presto, it's a rally car! We also managed to pick up a second-hand gearbox, same casing as the original gearbox on the car, but with Quaife straight cut gears and an ATB plated diff, and that has made a huge difference to the way the car drives. Back to working on the interior, we took out the dash and got that flocked to avoid any glare, and we also got some fiberglass door cards which we fitted. Coupled with the flocked dash, the interior is starting to look really nice. Some of the bits that we need to go rallying, we need in-date seats and in-date harnesses. So out came the old ones, some new seat rails and mounts were fitted to make sure everything's in properly, and the new in-date seats and harnesses were mounted in the car. Other bits that you need to install for rallying include a 1-in triangle, spill kit, a belt cutter. We've also got a fire stick just in case, to go with the plumbed-in fire extinguisher system and the handheld extinguisher, both of which are mounted on the floor in front of the seats. So we're getting there now. It looks like a rally car. We've added a K-Maps ECU chip to give it another 25 horsepower, so we're running at 130 now, which is not bad from a 1.4. We upgraded the rear brakes from drum to disc, fitted some nice pads and put on some nice sticky tyres. So we are almost ready to go rallying. The last things we need to get an MS UK logbook on this car are the brake lines need to go inside the car, which will mean we can then take out the anti-lock braking system, and we also have a hydraulic handbrake that will fit at the same time, and we need to put the fuel lines inside the car. Then we should be good to go rallying. But for now, we've been rally sprinting, and we've also been to a couple of track days and had some fun taking the family out in the car. So it's not all been hard work. Our aim is to have the last jobs complete and the car MS UK logbooked and ready to go by the end of the year. And then in 2025 we can get out on some events and have some fun. Make sure you give us a like, hit the bell and press subscribe, and then you'll see all the other videos we've got on the channel, and there is plenty more to come. If you've got a question about the car, if there's anything you want to know, just put them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.